It was like a dream for me, like a dream moment for me. And that's something that I'm going to take with me to my grave.
Every individual in this team feels happy for each other. Abhi, your dad is calling you. Your dad is, your dad is coming.
Yeah, so he calls Ashupa my dad, basically.
Oh, okay.
If he wants to
I
buy,
think
he
it
can
must
say,
be a new
I'm
rule.
28, but mentally I'm there. So
Mainly I'm 58.
Or I can just do this and be like, guys, I'm 58.
Today I have with me Abhinav Manohar and Vijay Shankar, and both of them will tell us that those are not actually their real names. Yours is not. That is not your real name. That is not your full name.
It's not my full name, yeah. So it's Abhinav Manohar Sadarangani, but I don't use it as much because
People
it-
trip
it's a
over
bit too
it.
long. So
Yeah.
I think I'm just better off as Abhinav Manohar.
Yeah. Like, because if you were to get out, by the time they say your full name, you're out, the next
be off the
batter,
field,
the
yeah.
next batter is in. If you hit a 6 and they say you hit a 6, the next ball is being bowled.
Yeah,
So
that's
maybe
true.
that's why. And sir,
Yeah.
please tell us your full name also.
it's just Vijay Shankar.
He's lying. I've seen his
No.
Aadhaar card. It's not.
No way.
Nothing ahead of it?
Nothing.
Nothing?
No, in South, it's like really funny. Like, some
Village name.
has their, there's no
Father's
surname.
name.
Yeah.
There's no surname. Some has their father's name in front of our,
Yeah.
our name, or after the
Yeah.
the boy's name. So for me, it's Vijay Shankar. If you see a lot of, like, you say Murli Vijay, it's Murli is his dad's name and Vijay is
Vijay is his name.
So it's like that.
Yeah. Then there's Murli Karthik. Karthik is his name.
Yeah.
But then there's Dinesh Karthik and his name is Dinesh.
Yeah. No, his name is Dinesh Karthik.
Yeah. But
So
is-
his initial is K. So I think Krishna Kumar or something. So I think for him it's
Oh.
different. So Abhinav is his name, Mukund is dad's name.
Yeah.
So it's like that.
So there is no village name ahead of yours.
Nothing.
There's no
Family
Nangambakam Vijay Shankar. It's the only area I know. T Nagar. I know T Nagar.
Chepauk, you should know.
I think I've
But
stayed
it's
in
not
T
like
Nagar.
the area. Is Chepauk the area?
Yeah, I think Chepauk is
See,
it.
that would be a cool name to have. Chepauk Vijay Shankar. Okay, so now let's actually start with the beginning, the auction.
Yeah.
You're watching the auction. There's this new team. Nobody knows this new team, where they come from. They barely had a name, right? And then the auction happens. Tell me what happened with you on the auction. You're watching it?
Yeah, was. We were, I think, the Ranji Trophy side.
Yeah.
So I think it was just after the quarantine. All domestic team, we were asked to quarantine for like 3 days or 4 days before the Ranji season. And after that, I think we all were sitting together watching the auction. And two teams went for me. One was Gujarat Titans, other was Chennai Super Kings. So ended up being in Gujarat Titans, and it felt really good to be here because I had played with Ashish Nehra, in a couple of teams like with CSK
In
and
Hyderabad,
SRH.
yeah.
So it was a very, very special thing to happen.
Yeah.
Him being a coach here and playing for this team.
Yeah. He obviously, you can tell from, when they go after you at the auction, you can tell that they believe in your talent, and and I think here, another thing I've noticed, Abhinav, you'll be able to add to this also,
Yeah,
that here it's not just talent,
that's true.
temperament, and the way you get along and the person you are.
That's true.
There's
In
also
this-
a premium to that, isn't it?
Yeah, and this team, I think they look at everything. They don't look at how you play on the field. It's how you are as a person, how you interact with others, how your vibe is, whether you'll get along with everybody in the team. So that plays a big factor. And I'm lucky to have Ashupa as a coach because he knows I'm a chiller. I'm from Bangalore. I'm a bit laid back. So, so it's true. But he knows how I function, and he knows how to get me working and make me practice harder, a bit harder. He knows what to say, how to get me triggered to like work harder. So that's something that's very important as a player, and the amount of backing which he gives, it's unbelievable. So
You spent some time with him in the off season as well, right? You've
yeah,
spent some one-on-one time where he does that, doesn't he? He
Yeah.
takes the extra effort to get to know you, to
That's
get to
true.
know what makes you tick. How important is that, Vijay, to unlock a person?
It's very, very important because especially when you're in a franchisee cricket
Yeah.
and you actually want to, as a cricketer, we want to do well, especially in IPL where all the eyes are on us. We need to do really well, and for us to be in a comfort zone. It's really important. We might play, we might not play. That is secondary. But the best part about him is right from Hardik Pandya to the net bowlers or sidearmers, whoever it is, it's all the same.
Hmm.
So he treats everyone equally, and I feel that's really special, thing to have, because what happens is the vibe automatically, gets better, and everyone will think good for the team. Everyone wants the team to do well in
Yeah.
some way or the other, and that is really important in a team's atmosphere, especially a big season.
Yeah.
And there are a lot of newcomers, there are a lot of players who are playing their first IPL, or someone like Abhinav, Sai Sudarshan, all these guys are like playing their second
Yeah.
IPL. So for them to have a comfort zone is really important, and I'm sure like the amount of practice that we have been doing here, I'm sure Abhinav wouldn't have done this back
That's
in
true.
Bangalore for sure.
I think
Yeah.
in Bangalore I haven't batted as much in the
The
past
whole year, I'm saying, the
5 years.
whole year, he wouldn't have batted so
You're
much.
saying 5 years.
Yeah, 5 years
Yeah, the
is like,
amount I batted
imagine.
in these 4 months of two IPLs, I haven't batted that much in I think 5 years in Bangalore, because I don't get
Wow.
that amount of practice time and quality practice. So that helps me a lot over here, and it
Yeah.
just builds your confidence. Once you get to bat over, you get to bat as long as you want, and that makes a difference.
Yeah, I've heard like Sai Sudarshan bats for like 26 hours a day or something. He refuses to get out of the
Yeah,
net.
actually, he
true.
gets 2 hours from the next day, bats next day. He's crazy. But yeah, like, I think it's not just the batters who bat that much.
Yeah.
It is
The
also the
bowlers as well.
bowlers. Bowlers, they bat, say 45 minutes to an hour. And also there was a time
Where we had a
where
net
even
batter.
the net bowler, like Manav, who was part of our team, he even batted in a couple of net sessions. So it's like not just
And
it's
last year we had a net batter as well, not a net
yeah,
bowler. We had a net batter as well who came
Priyank
just
Panchal,
to
yeah.
Oh yeah,
bat.
Priyam Panchal
Yeah,
was.
Yeah.
Panchal was there
Yeah,
last
but
year.
listen, a net bowler needs to get batting because you never know what happens. There's a net bowler who was a net bowler in the first
First-
season who has won 2 Man of the Match awards in the
That's
second
true.
season.
Yeah,
That's
I
true.
think this can happen only because of the way people handle everything.
Yeah.
It's about the trust they showed. It's about, he came like Mohit Bhai, he came, he bowled his heart out last season with the for the team. But for him to be picked this season, and for him to play and
Do so well.
prove himself, I think it's a very special thing. Unless the support staff, unless the
Such a
support
good point.
staff has a trust on him, he
Yeah.
wouldn't have played.
Such a good point.
Yeah, so he played and he made the difference. So
Yeah.
it's like it's a proper story. Like it is so inspiring to watch Mohit Bhai come out and do so well, because
And it's easy to lose hope also once you're in that
yeah,
situation. You're
Yeah.
after playing for India and
after playing
becoming a
for
net bowler after
India,
that. I mean, you lose hope. You feel like, okay, fine, this is the end of my IPL career. I can't play. But then he had that in him to like keep going, and then a lot of backing was given to him by Ashupa and the rest of the coaches. So that helps a lot.
It's a great act of surrendering the ego as well, right?
yeah,
That's true.
To actually get up and say, no, it's fine. This is what I do. This is my trade. This is my duty. This
Yeah,
is
it's easy
I'm
for
going to be a
someone
net
else to
bowler.
be like, I'm not
and he has
going to bowl in
played.
the nets. I'm going to just chill at home. If I
Yeah.
get picked, I get picked. Don't get picked, I'm going to chill at home. But he actually came there, made the effort, and put
I
in
think
the
I think he has
hard.
played close to 85 games, 85 IPL games before that.
Yeah.
So for someone who has played that many games and to come here and be a net bowler last season, I think because of the work that he put, so how much of work that he had put, that's the reason why he's doing well now.
Yeah. Tell me about your auction experience.
So I did well in the Mushtaq Ali. This was the first time I was playing the Mushtaq Ali. So I did well over there. And the next few months went and going for trials to different teams. But GT didn't have a trial. So I didn't really know about GT. So the auction day happened, and then I was sitting at home with family, and then I think mine was between the 60th and 70th name in the auction. So I sat the entire day from I think 3 in the afternoon to I think my auction time was about 8:30 in the night. So I got picked, and then I was obviously over the moon, getting messages, calls. Then I said, then there's one funny thing happened. So I went out with my friends, and then I was like, guys, I got picked by Lucknow because the team came out the previous day. So I was confused because it was two new teams and I didn't know the new teams. I was like, guys, I got picked by Lucknow. And everyone was like, okay, fine, Lucknow. And then the next day they all told me, bro, it's GT.
Hope you haven't booked your
And-
flight.
That's true. And that actually happened to me. I was like, what happened? Like, I'm sorry, I didn't know it was a new team. The name just came out the previous day, and it's confusing. Like like an MI or RCB is there in your mind because it's
Yeah.
been there from so many years.
Yeah.
But I said the same thing on a live news channel as well.
Yeah.
So then after I was like, listen, I need to get this in
As
my mind that I'm in GT and not Lucknow.
oh, so on a news channel you said I'm playing for Lucknow. This is not just your
The
friends.
day after the auction, yeah.
So you've committed this.
Yeah,
See,
But
that's what I was wondering. I said, ये बड़ा खुले में कैसे बोल रहा है
No,
ऐसे?
but it's not my fault because I mean
It's
it is my
not his
fault.
fault, it seems.
It is my fault, but the names came out just a day before the auction.
Is he a general space cadet sometimes like this?
He can be, but then this is like extreme.
No, I haven't told this to anybody, but
But you
Up
said
until
it
now.
live on the news channel.
up until now, yeah,
Does nobody know? Does Ashu, Hardik, none of
nobody
these people
knows
know?
about this
No,
except
no
I
one
think they're
knows
gonna get
about
on
this.
now
Uh-oh.
after this.
All I can say for Abhinav is, uh-oh, here comes the pain.
Okay, tomorrow I can tell Ashupa about this.
That's right. See, now I can't even, I could have offered to say I'll edit it out, but of course,
No,
there
it's
is a
fine.
leak in the room.
No,
So
the
what
best
did-
part is like, the bond that Abhinav and Ashupa has is like unbelievable.
Yeah.
And he says everything straight to him.
Yeah.
Like if he's doing something wrong, he tells straight to him.
Yeah.
And I think even today in the nets, like, he was like trying to whack every ball. So he was telling me, so I was waiting to bat next. So he was telling me, wait for another 10 more balls. He'll get out another 5 times in the nets trying to hit. And he will learn later. So it's okay, just wait. So I think after he came out, he must have, had a chat about, playing in the nets or whatever. But then, it's
the
a
bond-
great bond that they have.
The bond we have is something I don't know. It just clicked from
Yeah.
the first season, and I think I was up with him most nights during the last IPL, chilling with him after the games,
Yeah.
and then he used to order food for me because I'm a big foodie and I can eat at any point in time. So he used to order food for me, and I used to chill till about 4-5 in the morning after games, talk about the game. So that's when we actually became close, and then that bond has been there, and he backs me a lot. So I'm very grateful to have him as my first IPL coach. So
Yeah.
it's a great experience, and I'm loving every moment of it.
So Rahul actually, in a fun thing, he always tells Abhi that Abhi, your dad is calling you. Your dad is, your dad is coming.
Yeah, so he calls Ashupa my dad, basically.
Oh, okay.
For Ashupa, like Ashupa always, tells him something.
In front of him also.
Yeah.
He's like, see, your dad is sitting here.
Yeah.
Adopted father. That's pretty cool, man. But does he treat you like that?
He tries to actually teach him a lot of things
Yeah.
in cricket because he feels like he started his professional cricketing career pretty late.
A bit late, yeah.
So he won't be knowing a lot of things. So he feels that he should teach him as much as he can.
Ah,
So
I
Which
thought
he
you said-
does, which he does also.
yeah,
Yeah,
But
the
like
nuances.
his game knowledge, his game awareness is something that I haven't seen before. Like he can predict what's going to happen if we don't do this right. This is going to happen. So that has always almost been spot on. So that's
Yeah.
something which is great about him.
I don't know if you guys have ever seen
And I
it.
also feel he has a soft corner for me because in front of everybody, he'll be like, tomorrow no practice. After that, he'll be come for practice. So we can bat a little bit more.
Nice. But do you remember your first game? Do you remember when you were told you were going to play your first game in the first season?
Yeah, the first game was against Lucknow.
Oh, really?
So
And you came out to play for the right team, right?
For GT, yeah.
Yeah, okay, cool.
So
For Gujarat versus Lucknow.
Yeah.
Just clarify.
So I got told the day before, and they gave out the caps, which was a special occasion for me. And then
Who
I
gave
think
you
I
the
was
cap?
Vikram so gave me the cap when I was going in. So then I think I was more nervous when I was going to field because fielding is not my strong point. I'm still working on it. I'm still getting better day by day. But back then I was a lot worse than I am today. I'm good today, but back then I was just getting started
But
off.
second season, you got impact sub rule, no? So it's great.
Yeah, no, but I haven't.
No, he's got some
impact
very
in
good catches this season.
this. So I've worked hard on my fielding this last year and a half, but the game day I was really nervous. My hands were sweaty, and I was just my mind was all over the place. And then luckily when I went into bat, Rahul was there with me, and me and Rahul have this bond again. We've just bonded from day one.
Yeah, I find this quite interesting because you have very diverse personalities, very diverse upbringings,
That's true.
very diverse outlook to life, very diverse style of speaking. Yet the two of you have a great bond. Do
Yeah,
you speak in that Hindi or does he speak in English?
he speaks in English. Actually, he speaks in Hindi. I reply in English.
See, I
Simple.
told you.
It's simple. Yeah. But yeah, we've had that bond ever since the camp in Baroda last year. We had the first IPL camp, pre-season camp.
Yeah.
So started off there, and then we just started hanging out, and then we chilled a lot together, post games, off days, and then we just that bond built, and then it just felt like after meeting him, it felt like you just know this person from so long, and you can connect very easily. So
Yeah.
when I have something that I'm going through mentally or something, I go to him, I tell him what can I do, because he's already played a lot of IPL games,
Yeah.
many seasons. So whenever I have this doubt, so he is someone who backs me sometimes more than I back myself.
Wow.
So it's great to have a friend like him on the field and off the field as well.
So you went into bat and he was there.
Yes,
So
he was. So I think we needed 2 overs, 20 odd runs, and then I got, I think, 7 balls, 15. So he was there. He was telling me, okay, you practiced for so long, just back yourself, and then it just paid off. So it was a great first game for me because my best friend in the GT side was there by my side, and then we
Yeah.
finished off the game together. So
yeah.
it was a great feeling.
And then, of course, you had a couple of partnerships with the captain as well.
Yep, last year I did.
A couple of lucrative stints with the captain. How was it batting with him?
I mean, from seeing him on TV to actually batting with him out there in the middle, it's been a dream. Like the first day I saw him, I was in awe. I was like, okay, fine, this is Hardik Pandya. I'm actually standing and talking to Hardik Pandya. So, and to actually watch him out there in the middle from the non-strikers end was unbelievable, because I think the game which I had a partnership with him, he got about 60 odd runs, and we got a 90-run stand against RR. So to actually see him take down the bowlers with such ease was something unbelievable, because normally I'm the one who goes after the bowling, and I don't generally get to see batsmen from the other end. So it was the first time for me actually seeing someone tear down the bowling attack, and it was a great experience for me.
Yeah, but Hardik has just been in cricket for like 6, 7 years. So then, if you got intimidated seeing him, what happened to you when you met MS Dhoni?
I actually didn't
Speechless.
ask him anything last year. I just asked him for a photo, and that's it, because I didn't know what to ask him. I mean, there are so many things to talk about, but when I saw him, I went blank, and I was like, "So can I get a photo?" That's it.
and he obviously obliged.
Yeah, he's very
Yeah.
sweet that
and,
way.
and he loves it. Like you see, it's become a custom now, right? It's that MS Dhoni Pathshala. After after the game, all the youngsters are coming and
Because he's
speaking
done
with
so
him.
much for the game, and the way he's carried himself on the field and off the field is
Yeah.
something to learn. And I think all youngsters want to know what he's doing, how he's doing, and how he's so successful. So we just try to pick up any small point that he can give us.
How have you seen Hardik evolve? Because you again have played with him and you've seen him over the last 4, 5 years, and now
Yeah.
you've seen him, as captain here. How have you seen him evolve?
I think the first time, when they told Hardik is going to lead Gujarat Titans, I was thinking like, okay, it's going to be really interesting because, the character that he has is
Yeah.
really different. Like
Yeah. Everybody thought that actually.
he's very,
He's being very nice actually. Everybody thought.
yeah, he's very aggressive
yeah.
and
People think he's aggressive, but he's actually very calm on the
yeah,
field.
actually,
Yeah.
like, last year when I saw him and the way he led the team was outstanding. It's he was keeping himself calm, cool, and the way he talks to each player in this team is really important, because it's not only when you perform, people, obviously when you perform you will be happy and everything will fall in place. When people are not doing well, still, for him to go talk to them and give them that confidence is really important. And the way he carried himself on and off the field is outstanding. Even now, even today, like the way he carries himself is brilliant. So I think there's a small connection, the bond that Hardik and Maibai has.
Yeah.
I think in captaincy, I think it's little seen at times, like
Yeah.
he gets angry, but then he's handling it differently.
Have you ever been scolded by him?
I think the most,
Uh,
if you ask me,
I think I'm-
someone who gets scolded every now and then, it's Abhinav
Yeah.
for
I think by
something or the
everybody.
other.
I think by everybody I get scolded. Like, even in a team meeting, if there's no joke, but by the end of it, there's some joke on me. Like I'm always dragged into a joke. Like even if the joke is about somebody else,
You're dragged
just
in.
comes to me,
Yeah.
and I'm like, guys, I wasn't a part of this. Why?
But why?
Why are you dragging me in?
Is it because you have such a smiley face and a happy persona that they know it's kind of safe to lighten the mood with your name?
Yeah, I think I don't react that much when they
कि
crack
इसके नाम पे
jokes.
बिल
That's
फाड़ दो,
why.
इसके नाम पे बिल फाड़ दो क्योंकि ये कुछ नहीं बोलेगा.
Yeah, I think once I start reacting, then they'll probably stop. But I don't think I want to react because I know they don't mean it.
Yeah, I think that's the beauty of this team also. No? Like everyone pulls each other and have fun, and they're all cool. So
Yeah. Nobody
No one takes
it to heart.
Yeah.
No one takes it to heart,
Yeah.
basically.
Tell me about you when you started playing. If we dial back to when you started playing cricket, you weren't that interested in cricket when you were a kid, were you?
When I was.
You were?
No.
Like when you were 7, 8 years old, or
Yeah, I
were you like
started off-
scared of the ball or something?
I started off playing when I was 8 and I was scared. Up until the age of, I think, 15, 16, I was scared of fast bowlers.
Oh, one sec. From 8 to 15, 16, you were scared.
Yeah, because I
Okay.
was playing for fun at that age. I mean, I joined a camp, played for the state under 13, but then I didn't get picked till under 19. So during those few years, I was a bit scared, but now not anymore.
तो आ
So
जाओ.
yeah, now it's a challenge. Now I actually enjoy playing because I want to get better every session or every day. So
Yeah.
I actually enjoy playing fast bowlers now.
So then,
And look forward to
so
it.
how did this? So you interested in cricket? You want to play cricket? You were enrolled in an academy?
Yep.
Yeah.
I joined at the age of 8, and then that's the only thing I've been doing ever since then.
Yeah. And
And
then,
then luckily it all paid off.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I don't know what I've been doing in life. Like right now, I've been working somewhere, doing something else, but I'm glad it all
like
paid
chilling,
off.
like unemployed somewhere, walking around in Manali or something.
Probably.
Just like, hey man, what's up, bro?
So I actually wanted to go up north and stay for a month. This was, I think, 2021 ending, right
Yeah.
after the Mushtaq Ali.
Yeah.
So I actually thought, okay, fine, I'm going to save up for my trip. I'm going to go to the north and I'm going to stay there for a month and I'm going to just backpack wherever I want to go. I'm going
In the hills.
In the hills, yeah.
Nice.
But then life changed. I just, after the Mushtaq Ali, started going for auctions and then for trials, sorry. And then the auction was in Feb. And then ever since then, I've been playing throughout the year and I haven't
Then
got
he
the chance to
started-
go.
then he started thinking whether should I buy that hill or
I don't know. I mean, now I'm going to buy a beachfront property. Like,
Nice. I feel like your coach
Hopefully-
has influenced you a lot.
100%.
Right?
100%.
Beachfront means this is Ashish
Yeah.
Nehra influence, who now lives in Goa,
And-
of course, and doesn't want anything to do with city life. So,
But it's a good life in Goa. It's a very laid back life. It's nice. It's peaceful.
see, this is why they get along. Somewhere inside, they're chillers.
yeah.
No, but
They
I
are
want
high
South
performance
Goa.
chillers.
Yeah,
High
yeah.
performance chillers. So you go high performance, and then you're going to chill more
Chill.
again. Like whatever works, right?
No, but I want a house in South Goa, away from all the noise, away from all the North Goa people. I want a house in South Goa. I want to be alone on the beach.
He's the oldest youth I've ever met. He's talking like he's 58.
Yeah.
You know? Like an old man. He's like, man, I want to be cool. This is South Goa. You know that there is an age limit in South Goa, right?
Yeah.
You can only go if you're 50 plus.
It must be new.
Reverse
the
age
rule.
limit. You can't
So even
go.
if he wants to
I
buy, he
think it
can
must
say
be a new
I'm
rule.
28, but mentally I'm there. So
Only at 58.
Or I can just do this and be like, guys, I'm 58.
Is that you want to share with people what Ashish Nehra calls you lovingly?
He calls me Ganje. I think
Wonder
he used
why.
to-
I don't know where you got that from. Okay. Tell me, what is it in this team you think that makes everybody give, like, every game you see, there's a new person coming forward to perform,
yeah.
right? Obviously, it's not pre-decided. It's not like people go, today I will do it,
Yeah.
right? Is this just destiny? Is it just like something, it's a coincidence, it happens? Or is there something to it?
Yeah,
What
I
makes
feel
this so
I feel
unusual?
there is something really special. One is the way we practice. Other thing is I feel every individual in this team feels happy for each other.
That's true.
So everyone wants every individual in this team to perform. It's not like I want to do well, or say Abhi wants to do well. Even if you're not playing, we want the team to do well. And the guy who has even replaced us, we wanted them to do well.
How though?
I
huh?
think-
that's not easy.
Yeah, that's not easy, but because of the way we are
Off the field.
off the field, I think that makes us think the way everyone should do well and the team should do well. So I think that's a special thing about GT.
Yeah.
That's true.
But also, I think that everybody is told what their role will be with clarity before the season begins. Like there are people here, you see, they're not going to get a game, right? Because they may be a backup and they won't get a game. But those people are also cool with that. They also know the role they have to play. They are there in a supporting capacity. You notice that happens in this team as well, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, when you know that you're not going to play, and still when you want to contribute to the team, I think that's when the team really stands out.
Yeah.
So I've
And it
seen,
shows your character as well,
yeah.
how you
So
are as a person.
everyone, the way they trains, the way they practice, or even off the field, like when you all sit in the team room and have, fun, most of us are like together.
Yeah.
Like even the game, even after the game, if we had lost the game, and we will still come here, sit, have fun together, because it's not the end of
Just a
the road
couple.
for us. Like,
Yeah.
we are gonna keep coming, we're gonna keep playing a lot of matches, we're gonna get better as a team, as a cricketer and all that. But then all these are happening because everyone wants each other to do well.
Yeah.
Everyone really feels happy for every small performance. Like,
Yeah.
say, I was really happy when he went in and got some quick fire 15 or 20 against KKR. Rahul Tewatia went in, got 5 balls 20.
Yeah.
So these things are happening because, like, the vibe is there. Like, everyone wants, whoever goes in, we wanted him to do well.
And some, so it's very natural that you want them to because you have a pre-relationship with them, right? Like you and Sai Sudarshan.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like he calls you his mentor and big
No,
brother.
no, not mentor. Anna, he calls me, but then, yeah, I felt really happy because, I gave him the T20 cap
Yeah.
back in domestic. And from there to, be in GT together, even Sai Kishore for that matter. Like, I started leading Tamil Nadu, and Sai Kishore, came into the side. Sai Sudarshan came into the side. And now we are together here in GT. And whenever Sai Kishore got an opportunity last year, he did well. Sai Sudarshan, whenever he played, he did well.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's a nice feeling to actually have here, because you'll feel happy for each other. It's not like, so end of the day, what is that we are gonna take by having a lot of egos and grudge on someone? It's nothing. It's just that, you go play cricket. You're gonna play cricket till a certain age. So
And
after
then
that,
after
we
that,
are
you'll be
all,
forgotten. When you do well,
yeah.
you'll be
It's like,
forgotten.
after a certain age, you're like just a normal human being.
To be a good human is the first thing to do, and
Yeah,
to this sport is secondary. Because
That's amazing.
feel happy
a
for
great player also
everyone.
be forgotten after a few years, I feel.
You just have
Like,
to feel happy for everyone. Like, you
yeah.
genuinely do it, and you'll definitely, if I feel happy for someone, I'm sure I'll also do well.
Yeah.
If I don't feel happy for someone, then I won't be in a good shape. I'll be thinking about, wow, this guy has done this much. I've missed playing this game and all that. But
You
it's
can't
about,
focus on yourself
yeah,
then.
it's about, say, when he plays, if he gets a 50, next time if I play, I'll get a 60 or 70. So the team also benefit, and we as individual also benefit, and we grow, together.
Yeah.
So if we grow up, if we can take a few with us, nothing like it.
Who are the other characters in this team? Who are the ones, the quirky guys, the ones who you really enjoy listening to or watching their antics?
So Giant is one of them, because he has a lot of knowledge, and whenever he talks proper sense, and there's a lot of learn from him. So I enjoy hanging out with him a lot. So
Yeah.
when him and Rahul sit together, they talk about the game a lot
Yeah.
and what could have been done in different situations. So I sit around quietly and just listen to that, so I can pick up a point here and there. Notes now. Yeah, but it's good to actually hear them talk, because you get a different perspective of it, which you never really thought about, which I never really thought about.
Yeah.
So it's good for me.
You notice how we gave away our ages. I was taking notes like this. He was taking notes
No.
like this. Youth.
Yeah, it's a new era now.
He wants to go to South Goa. Not allowed only. Sorry. So-
Sunset photos.
So when me, Sai, even Sai Kishore, Sai Sudarshan, when we all sit together, the amount of cricket that we talk will be like unbelievable. Like, after speaking so much, we'll be like, why did we even talk so much cricket?
yeah.
We'll just come sit here, watch the game, and we'll start a conversation about our own batting, and it will go somewhere like, okay, this bull is bowling, what can we do this? Something like all technical terms and everything we talk.
Out of the international guys, who's the ones you get along with?
Miller is one of them.
Hmm.
Josh really hasn't been interacting with us too much because he's had his family years.
Yeah.
Girlfriend is with him, so
He interacts with you very little.
very little. That's true.
Bad.
So it was.
Dad joke.
It's only been Miller. It's only Miller that's been
Miller, I
hanging
think
out with
Dasun
us,
is pretty,
and even Rashid,
yeah,
obviously.
Rashid, Miller, Dasun, Shanaka, I think.
Yeah.
We've been
Yeah, and
having a lot
Dasun.
of
Sorry,
Oh,
conversation of
nice.
late.
Tell
and
me
Dasun
about.
also is a really sweet guy. Like, he's a very
Yeah.
genuine person. You can make out from the way he is, from the way he talks to others. He's very genuine and very. I would say he's same like the size, very pavam.
Yeah, there you go. He's picking up, huh? He's picking up.
He
He's very
knows, he
pavam.
just for this podcast, he's saying that, he don't understand. He understands Tamil.
Tell me about the final of the first year, the lead up to it. I think GT knew pretty much. I think everybody knew that anything can happen in the qualifiers, but kind of everybody knew GT is gonna kind of play the final. But that final was quite a night, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. It's a dream for everyone, like, who are part of the team. Like, it is a dream for us to actually be in the finals and to experience it. And it was
To
the first
experience
game.
that
Yeah,
setup of one
yeah,
lakh
that was
twenty
the
five thousand
first
people
game that
watching
we
you.
played in the stadium as well, Narendra Modi Stadium as well, because we had this lockdown and all that,
Yeah, yeah,
like
of
bubble
course.
life, everything. But when we came here and played the finals, it was amazing. It was, the vibe, the atmosphere here is like crazy. And when we won the finals, it was like, I don't know, it just felt like we were doing everything right, and eventually we're gonna win the
Yeah,
tournament. It was just that kind of a feel that we had. We are doing like, whoever batted, they were taking responsibility to finish the game. Whoever bowled, like, they were bowling at their very best. So it was so good to,
yeah,
be in a setup where everything is so organized,
yeah,
not just, from outside, but also inside. Like, everyone knows, like, just like you mentioned about the role and all that.
yeah,
It is just that, like, most of them knows, like, what is their role, like, where they're going to bowl, or say different situations. Yeah, there might be some changes, but then mostly it'll be a set pattern that,
yeah,
every team has. And for us, we were doing well. And for us to do well, there were a lot of other things needs to be done. And whatever needs to be done, people, from back end, they were taking care of it. And the players here were just focusing on giving
Playing
our
there in the
best.
middle.
Yeah,
yeah.
going. So I think it just happened. It just happened on the whole.
Do you remember picking up the trophy?
Yeah, it was a dream come true because, and I'm very lucky to actually play here because it's first year for me in GT, and GT actually wins the IPL. So people have played in the IPL for so many years and haven't had the opportunity to like lift the cup. So
True.
I think as soon as
And some
Shubman,
greats.
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
Sorry, and
so as soon as Shubman hit that six, I was the first one out there in the middle hugging them, and because it was like a dream for me, like a dream moment for me, and that's something that I'm gonna take with me to my grave. So I'm.
Oh.
oh, he's talking like
It
Yeah.
is
a
true.
98-year-old.
No, but it is true.
Uh,
Like it's a dream for any person playing this sport to actually lift the IPL Cup and to actually be out there.
By the time we finish this podcast, he's going to be the oldest person on the planet. He's going.
for me, the special thing was, when my son, when he came to the ground, and he was like, trying to hold the trophy.
How old was he that time?
He was 6 7 months, six
Oh,
months or 7 months
wow.
old.
Yeah.
So that picture is like, very, very special. Eventually, like, then it didn't end there. So we, lifted the trophy, and then we had an amazing night, and then we went to Mumbai, and we celebrated there as well. And till the last day, the net bowlers who were part of the team
Oh,
traveled with us
yeah.
till the last day. Even to Mumbai, they were like traveling. They were with the team, celebrating the victory, and then everyone went back home. So here, like, they take care of every individual as if they're like part of the team, the playing 11.
Which win in the first season? Because a win's a win, it's 2 points, but some mean more than others. For you, which was that one?
I think the one against Punjab,
Hmm.
because 2 balls, 12 runs.
Yeah.
Uh, there are a lot of chances that you might get 12 of the last two, but then I think Rahul had hardly batted he would have
Few
batted very
balls.
few balls.
Yeah.
And for him to get those 2 sixes when it mattered, so I think that is very special. I think that was actually at the start of, I think, the first half of the IPL.
Yeah.
So I think that it is all a momentum. I feel IPL is all about momentum, and for him to get those 2 sixes, it gave the entire dressing room that a feel of that we can
Nice.
pull off
Win.
any game from
Yeah.
any situation.
Nice.
So
Nice.
that game was very special for me.
It's like when you think about it, it's just 2 sixes.
But it's 2 balls, last 2 balls.
Then you think, all right, 2 balls, 2 sixes. All right, yeah, maybe you've seen that happen as well. But the effect of that, then, what it does, right? It's the context.
Yeah.
You have seen enough people hit 2 balls, 2 sixes
Yeah.
at different times,
Correct.
right? Those
Yeah.
2 balls in the middle somewhere. But to hit it in the end with that pressure, that's what makes, and the intangible benefit of the tangible benefit of that is, of course, 2 points.
Yeah.
The intangible benefit of that is the guy becomes Iceman.
Yeah.
That's true. He becomes
Right.
Iceman.
Everybody else in the dugout starts believing.
He start to
Correct.
Right? So the intangibles of it are, that's why I say, right? Some
Yeah,
wins are
yeah.
more than others, even though they're all wins. So besides Ashu, who's the person? So you're closest to Ashish Kapoor. Would you go to him if you need to chat about something?
No,
Who's
I've been having a
generally-
lot of conversation with Gary Kirsten.
That's a good brain to pick, huh?
Yeah. So before the start of the IPL, we came here, I think 10 days or 2 weeks before the IPL. I worked a lot on my batting, and for me to actually go out there and do well for the team, it feels really good. And whatever he suggested, I tried that and it came out well. So we talk a lot cricket. We
Yeah.
keep talking, we keep discussing about the bat lift or the whatever, like all
Yeah.
technical terms. So it feels good, like you go there, you just have some conversation, not just me. I think there was one of the after, I think, one of the game against MI, myself, David Miller, Gary Kirsten, we were like standing in the dressing room and we were discussing about what better that we can do.
Yeah. Nice.
I think it was about Miller sharing his experience. I was like, sharing my experience. So Gary was, suggesting a few things for us. So it's not like, we do well and then we just go off. We still sit and we still talk about what better that we can do.
Nice.
So that's a nice thing to
Has Gary tried to convince you to go cycling 400 kilometers?
happen. Never.
I think he can't convince anybody to do that.
Oh,
For him, being of that age and actually doing it is something that
yeah, and he then
it's tough.
runs up and down this ramp outside the
Yeah.
hotel.
Yeah, he does.
That's
He is fit, and he throws the entire session after
Yeah.
that.
yeah.
He's there from ball 1 till the end of the session, and he's throwing balls continuously.
What about you? For you in the coaching staff, besides Ashu, your adopted
Uh,
second dad, besides him.
I think I talk a lot to Sandy because we talk a bit more technical, and he gives me a lot of inputs of what can be done better. So Sandy is someone that I actually talk to after Ashupa.
So, boys, thank you so much for talking to me today. Big
you for
thank
having
you
us.
to Abhinav Manohar
Sadrangani.
Sadarangani,
That's right.
and of course to our dear friend Chepok Vijay Shankar, just named today. And you, of course, we're calling Luck. It's short for Luck now.
No.
Thank you so much for listening to the Chep and Luck podcast. This was GK Meets GT. And we, of course, will catch you next time when we have more from the Gujarat Titans. Thank you for watching.